Hello, my friends. It's your friend Kevin. Welcome. I don't know why I'm shifting around in my chair, but just feel like a little bit of a wiggle. Anyway, listen, let's get on with today's Divine Daily Blush, shall we? Yes, here we go. I'll take this hood down. My head was a little bit chilly this morning. Don't know why. Listen, so we have a number 5 Angel Numerology Day, right? So, about adventure, new changes that are coming up, and understanding that we are on the leading edge of witnessing what feels like think about it and it's going to be done. Like whatever we focus on is going to manifest. Let me put this little amethyst over here. I feel like today is quite magical, if you will. This brings the energy of the Tower card. Escaping the tower, running from the tower, getting away from any of these self-imposed prisons of the mind, and it also works with Hanged Man energy. Radley Valentine calls this awakening in his decks, awakening to the possibility of something new is happening, and I'm excited as all get out, even if I don't know what it is. Be a visionary today. A visionary, particularly of your own destiny. Invoke that feeling of endless curiosity. Look at absolutely every part of your life as if you're seeing it for the first time. Shed new light on people. Shed new light on situations. Shed new light on anything you can shed new light upon. And new opportunities will burst open. Now, the moon has shifted into the sign of Scorpio, but in addition to that, and as numinous Neptune pushes back into the mystical sign of Pisces for the rest of this year. So life is about to get more mystical, more dreamy. Best to focus on your spiritual practices, beginning, if you've not already, today. Whatever makes you feel super close to the divine. And with that said, let's get a message from our guardian angels. Ask us to help you focus on every experience that brings a smile or a laugh. Then watch those moments multiply spontaneously, or this says exponentially, but I think spontaneously. I find joy in the simplest of moments of life. I have power over my own happiness. The challenge we have, my loves, is that as we go about our spiritual practice, other people just want to push us out the way. They don't like it because they want it and they like it. So there's a lot of, there's a lot of doubting Dennises and Debbie Downers and all of this kind of stuff. Wah people. Listen, you can't help them. They have got to raise their own vibration. You're already working on raising yours. You've been working hard at it. Spirit, guardian angels, they're like, we want to bring you love and laughter. You've got to find it, and we'll bring it when we find where it is that tickles your fancy, whatever it is that gets you going. Let's get on with my This is the energy I feel like we should be working with. Mystical playfulness. Now, no accident. My energy is more important than my manners. And your energy is more important than your manners. Not everybody's going to be in a good mood. In fact, there's a lot that are not. There's a lot that want to buy into the fear and the frenzy. This is where the dreamy side of Neptune moving into Pisces, giving us that sort of mystical kind of haze over things, where you're really not in and you're not really out. You're sort of like in that lovely feeling of peace and harmony. I think yesterday I talked about following the 582 music hertz energy, just to bring you into that feeling of being connected to the divine. Gratitude is the fuel of the universe. Always grateful. Grateful for everything. Grateful for seeing people you haven't seen in a while, walking through the halls of a card shop, or even your department store that sells greeting cards. Go stand in front of the Thanksgiving cards if they've got them out. Some of those cards have incredible little poems inside. And I like to take it a bit further. I wonder who wrote this. I wonder who sat there and came up with this lovely little thing inside the card. Even buy yourself a Thanksgiving card and be grateful that you have access to this energy. It will make you feel unbelievable. It lifts you up. And when you lift up, other people are drawn to that. People are drawn to people who are confident. Moving on. We have our friend Rumi, who is here with mystical knowing, breaking through the boundaries and having a personal experience with the divine. Rumi tells us this week it's time to move beyond limitation, beyond the earthly realm, beyond the limiting beliefs that you've been forced to endure. It's time to break free from the constraints of family values, not the integrous values, but you know how families put upon these trips. They want us to follow this and follow that and do this and do that, and we sort of like don't want to upset their apple cart. We'll move beyond that, move beyond the nonsense of politics. You can't change it. I was thinking the other day, when in my history of living in this country and also living in the United Kingdom, although I was very young when I left, I don't know any political race campaign, any of it, where they are all happy. They all seem to be very unhappy, and they all seem to be slinging muck at each other, speaking ill of each other. And it goes with the same with some of these organized religions, telling you that if you don't follow A, B, C, D or E, that something terrible is going to happen. That is not the connection with the divine. Not whatsoever. Absolutely not. The divine, the creator, created each one of us to be powerful beings of love, powerful beings of light, and then said, you get to choose what you would like to follow. We're not going to interfere with your choice. We're just going to bring you the experiences that go along with the choices that you make. Your connection to the divine must come from a personal experience. You must trust that you believe. You must trust what you believe and trust that what you know. For this is the only way that you can move forward, you can grow, you can evolve. This isn't saying you should disrespect or throw away what may be in place around you, but see if there's a way for you to authentically express who you are without causing upset to people, without being an offense. So Rumi's light comes with us this week to help us move beyond the limitations of society or family traditions. And what he asks us to do is simply remain centered in our heart, centered in all of our personal experiences. It isn't inauthentic to speak to others in a language or through their wording in order to get your point across. Sometimes we have to sort of agree at some point so that folks could understand that we're not against them. We just found our own way. You know, it's okay to say to somebody, that's really interesting. Can I make my own choices, please? See what happens. We have the angels of virtue, or the virtuous angels, do the right thing. Activation. I choose to bring peace into every conflict. If you look at conflicts between you and a situation, a story, whatever's going on that you don't feel right about, particularly this week, because of this new moon in Libra, it's now moved into Scorpio, but the new moon came up in Libra. Resolve your conflicts. Get into your virtues. Follow your heart, whatever your heart is telling you. All right, fairies, where are you? They're still sitting around the campfire, enjoying it. Gertrude is on the left side of the campfire and Beatrice is on the right side. Their eyes are closed, palms are up, and the fire in the middle is burning, but not wildly, just burning, keeping them warm. And they're turning their hands upwards. Palms are facing towards the flames. Beatrice is saying, we're sending our love and our light up towards the divine. We're sending our desires up towards the divine. It's like an encouragement for all of us. Well, come on, give me a card. Well, we'll choose that one. I don't know what that one is, but there we go. Gertrude saying, doesn't matter, you're good at this. Oh, look, tree wisdom. Did we have this yesterday? I think we did. This tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situations. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. It's like rather haunting. This camera wants to be a bit jittery today. You know, like I'm saying, that's the mystic. That's how the mystics work. Maybe it's telling me it needs to be refocused or something, turned off and turned back on. Who knows? I'm trying to think of what I need to say about tree wisdom. What is there to say about tree wisdom? A couple of times I have stood underneath a tree and just given my troubles to the tree. I've not really listened to anything that comes back from it. Tree wisdom really is knowing that birds, insects, animals will carry the tree's seeds far away so they can grow in their own right. That's what kind of tree wisdom is. I think maybe it's time for you to move away from your situation that you're in, a situation that might be stunting your growth, or move towards a new set of circumstances. At the end of the year, I love all this. That's where I get this is okay. At the end of the year, in the northern hemisphere right now, the fall, leaves are dropping, but along with the leaves that are dropping, oaks are dropping acorns. Yesterday, I was out pruning back my knockout roses along the borderline of my property, and I was noticing all of these little pops, these little round things, and of course I'm asking, what are they? And of course the answer came back, they're seeds, and they were dropping down into the mulch that was underneath. And then I came upon some canna lilies, those big, huge, tropical looking bulbs that have these bright red blooms on them. I've dug them up and I've given them to friends, and I've dug them up again, and yet they still pop up everywhere. I don't know how, don't know when, but it's the seeds that are carrying these plants to different parts of the yard, just letting me know in a way that there's growth and that there's new life everywhere, even when we don't expect it. And these little nuggets of beauty, nuggets of nature, keep me feeling safe and secure that what I'm doing where I am is just being gifted back to me. I'm hoping that's making sense to you. All right, my friends, that's it for me for today. Have a great day. Be in that mystical, magical feeling of Neptune moving back into Pisces, and go with that dreamy kind of energy. It will serve you, rather than the caustic, combative nonsense about people we can't really trust. Sorry, gotta say it. Just a lot of crazy nonsense. All right, my friends, until tomorrow, I love you. Thank you. Bye for now.